I feel like you've been given reason to be less than optimistic. So I feel like you're probably redirecting your focus in a more productive direction. You also could have some kind of opportunity or be gaining some kind of like grant or something. You know, you're approaching wish fulfillment. You're visualizing what best serves you here. Because in crossing you, there's this whole situation where I think that you're very focused on turning your anxiety into passion. Very determined and motivated in a certain direction. I think that this is after redirecting yourself, though. I mean, it's not that you're necessarily shutting down the past, it's just that you're not going to sell yourself short. And you're not going to settle for like less than you deserve or allow yourself to be mistreated in some kind of way. You know, the outcome, you know, we have judgment and temperance, so you're sort of making a judgment call to dip your toes in the water, so to speak, or to start transforming your circumstances, and that seems to be well rewarded because there's justice, the Empress, the Knight of Wands. You may even evolve in some kind of potential. If anything, I think you're probably putting your focus on your work life or your creative endeavors or something that's personal to you. You know, I feel like you have the Ten of Cups behind you, so it's almost like you might be sort of waiting for something to go through, or you might be waiting for an opportunity to come into full form. It does seem like it will, because again, you seem very motivated towards this. Yeah, I would say don't let fear get the better of you right now, really. I would stay very aware of your options, and, you know, things can be accomplished in a lot of different ways, and there's a lot of different ways of looking at something. And there's a lot of different ways to hold yourself back. There's a lot of different ways to sabotage yourself, even on an unconscious level. So I think that stepping into this awareness and clearly moving with what's benefiting you and what is sort of welcoming you is probably for the better. You could have someone sort of I don't know, making you feel some kind of way. I don't, you know, there's sort of this concealed aspect to it, or holding back even. There's something you don't really understand about it, other than it's like making you feel terrible. And at a certain point, I feel like it's starting to feel kind of unfair. And so I think that you're just letting things sort of unfold as they will. And like I said, there's sort of this clear direction, clear opportunity presenting itself to you. And so it's sort of like you're choosing to put your energy towards that and sort of put any complicated matters to the side for right now. Let's pull an advice spread. Before I do that, I do want to take a moment to promote my Patreon. That is where all the extended versions of these readings go, as well as other exclusive content and monthly art prints. It is a great way to support me as an independent artist and creative. That being said, if you want to work with me on a one-on-one level, I do have several options for personal readings available on my website. Let's look at the advice. Yeah, I mean, I think that this is sort of encouraging you to have faith in yourself and to, and if there is a sense of pause or waiting, it's sort of suggesting to be confident within yourself, and understand that there's good things ahead of you. Um, and also I sort of get this idea of looking at a situation clearly. Um, Really sort of in order to overcome pain or difficulty. It's almost kind of like releasing a little bit, it kind of putting the ball in someone else's court. um it's kind of like, I feel like you have done almost like as much as you can, really. um and especially if it's sort of starting to take a toll on you, or cause a lot of difficulty in your life, it's like at a certain point you have to sort of just let the results sort of unfold, or allow things to just be what they are. But I'll tell you this, in the outcome, if you move through this all wisely, there's the Tower and the Four of Cups. So there could be some kind of sudden change that brings celebration. This could be like a new passion, a new area of study or work. It could involve working with others, particularly in your work life or in your professional development in some way. It doesn't have to be that. It could definitely be a personal situation, but it'll resonate differently for all of you. Yeah, definitely sort of taking an intuitive step with this. Again, there's sort of this mysterious aspect to it, or just sort of going towards the unseen, even if it's scary and even if you've experienced pain. It's like you're intuitively just, you're listening to yourself. You're listening to what you feel, and trusting that. And probably working towards happiness or some kind of complete picture in some kind of way. I feel like there's a need to kind of get past your frustration or your discouragement, particularly if you were being discouraged in some kind of way. So I'm going to take this to the extended on my Patreon. If you want to join us over there, amazing. If not, I hope you have a great day, and I appreciate you watching.